First of all, Kiwanis, thank you for doing this. I know a lot of people are very thankful of law enforcement efforts and activities and all that their families give in the law enforcement world, but it's very nice of you guys to go this extra mile and put on such a nice lunch and recognize these fine men and women that keep us safe in our communities. I had the privilege of working out here for about 8 months as the Shelton Sergeant, and in that time I got to know Cody Pierce, who was our Kiwanis Officer of the Year. And I took a few minutes to write down some things about Cody that I'd like to share with you, and I found myself needing to write it down mostly because if I didn't, I would have been up here rambling for quite a while. There's a lot to say about Cody, and his efforts in this particular county and in the city of Shelton are, well, they should be recognized. I'll keep it brief though, try not to embarrass him too much. Trooper Pierce was born in Yakima, Washington, and was raised in the little town of Findlay, which is just near the Tri-Cities, not too far. Cody, I'm not sure what the distance is, but it sounds like a suburb?
It's right outside of it, just a little farm.
Okay. Cody graduated from Findlay High School and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, spending time in Japan, Afghanistan, and promoted to sergeant as he departed the United States Marine Corps. Cody has a beautiful family with his wife Megan at the helm and daughter Olivia and Cody Jr. So if you haven't had the privilege of meeting those two little kids, you can't believe how cute they are. It's just a spitting image of their mom. More so mom. After completing his training with the Washington State Patrol at our academy just down the road, he began his service to the state of Washington with his first assignment to the Shelton Detachment here in beautiful Mason County. And thankfully, he's chosen to stay here and put his roots down in this city. In 2016, Trooper Pierce contributed to the safety of Mason County residents with a fair amount of activity. He says his numbers are low, but I'll let you be the judge. With 1,267 violator contacts, he kept himself fairly busy. 757 speed contacts. 90 aggressive drivers he stopped and spoke to on the side of our roads. 51 seatbelt stops. 15 DUI arrests. 14 drug arrests, and investigated 59 collisions in that time. He assisted 351 motorists in that year's time, which I think is an oftentimes overlooked number, but what our troopers do for our motorists out here in the sense of changing a tire, just helping somebody who's disabled get off of the highway and to a place of safety, that's one of his missions. It gets better. He provided 106 hours of control tactics and weapons training as an instructor for our personnel so that they not only stay safe, but are proficient with their weapons and use of force tactics while they're doing their job. He also read to a kindergarten and a second grade class in the county here, and oftentimes spends his time, if he has paperwork or has administrative duties to do, parked outside of a local school. Take your pick in this county. He's made his way around to all of them and not only sat outside them as a presence and deterrent, but also made his way inside for tours so that he understood the layout of the schools and our valuable resources and our children inside. So with that, I'll bring up Cody Pierce and stop gushing over him. As you can tell, I'm very proud of him. And I'd just like to say he's a fine representation of a lot of other troopers in the state, and in particular here in Detachment 6 in Shelton. So, Cody, here you go.
I've only been out here for a short period of time, just about a little over 2 years. And if anyone doesn't already know, it seems like everyone does, I'm just on the house up on Harvard. People I pick up by all the time and ask for help for stuff. But in the short time we've been out here, my family and I have really enjoyed this community, and it wasn't actually where we were supposed to go. I was supposed to be on the east side, and we got switched up at the last minute, and I was a little upset at first, but now we love it here and we plan on staying, so thank you very much.
Cody, on behalf of Shelton Kiwanis, we'd like to present you with this plaque that basically is congratulating you for being Law Enforcement Officer of the Year for the Washington State Patrol.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you.